Most of us guys in barbecue are overpaying for our meat, and not by a little, but by a lot, to the tune of $3,000 to $4,000 per year. That's enough. Our savings, you could buy any one of these grills behind me for free if we apply some of these tips. And here's the worst part. We're not actually getting any better meat. Instead, we're just paying someone to use a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Despite being smaller, this chicken breast costs 50% less than this one. And these chicken wings, they look identical, but once again, these cost 50% less than these. And just when you thought there couldn't be any more savings, despite the extra thickness of this gorgeous ribeye, this is over 30% cheaper than this ribeye. Meat prices these days are enough to make anyone a little bit nauseous. So today I'm gonna show you a few popular cuts. I've got 3 examples prepared where 10 minutes of prep time, that's all this is going to take, can add up to a family of 4 of just shy of $4,000 savings. Let's get into it. So before we start cutting anything, I want to give you a chance to see the numbers. And so I've got 3 examples today that add up to thousands, but I've expanded this table for a few other things. If you're willing to spend a couple of minutes, the only difference here is labor. And this is the part that most people skip, is adding 1 to 5 to 10 minutes of prep time actually puts thousands of dollars into your pocket. So without further ado, let's go through a couple of the examples that I prepared below. And I've used sort of North American averages in terms of how much a family of 4 consumes of beef, poultry, along with everything else in our table like pork, to give you these numbers. So while I know your mileage will vary in terms of where you're doing your groceries, I've tried to average this out across a number of different stores, both locally as well as whether we're shopping just outside of Highmark Stadium in Buffalo, we're on vacation in either Florida or Texas, and used a bunch of averages to pull these together. By all means, if you've got a better deal or a spot to buy, let me know down in the comments. But based off of those averages, here's what some of the savings a few minutes of prep work can look like. So starting with a split wings, this has got the biggest hidden tax. So you are nearly 50% more for wings that take just seconds to prepare for the party wings versus buying whole wings. Next on the list is bone-in versus bone-out pork shoulders. And while you can absolutely appreciate the flavor that you get when you're buying a bone-in roast, sometimes you don't even have the choice, especially at Costco. They're often selling the boneless example. But here's the catch. If you look at an average price per pound, often getting a deboned pork shoulder costs more than double the price of a proper sort of, as God intended, bone-in pork shoulder. Next one on the list doesn't quite save you as much, but it's still significant, which is steaks. I love ribeye steaks, and if you're willing to slice the steak yourself, you can save yourself just over 33% versus having the butcher or the grocery store do that. Next on the list is packaged bacon. Now this takes a little bit of extra prep time, whether I've done the Leroy and Lewis bacon rib and or made some bacon at home. It's absolutely amazing, the flavor profile, plus you get absolute control over things like nitrates and salt, everything that goes into it. So there's a bunch of advantages here. The only issue with this one is it doesn't follow the rule of everything else, which is add a couple minutes of prep time. This one is adding a week of time as well as hours of prep. But if you're willing to put in the work versus some premium smoked bacon that you could pick up in the store, the savings here is approaching 3x versus being able to do it yourself at home. And last but not least, again, a household favorite, whether it's thighs or breasts, the average here is again about 50% markup. So when I start to apply all of these to an annual savings, looking at what you would save, chicken versus doing it yourself, it can add up to about $944 per year. If you're doing steak and getting roasts and splitting them versus individual steaks, this one for a steakhouse like mine is about $1,500 per year. Pork shoulder can save you bone in $924 per year if you're doing smokes regularly. Chicken wings $450 per year, and bacon another big line item at $700 per year. So this is $4,561 based on a family of 4 average North American consumption. But if you're not a family of 4, this still works out to about $1,100 per person and over $380 per month. So this is real savings. If you want to get even more insights, make sure to check out my newsletter. I've got, when you sign up, you get a free guide. I've updated this for some money saving hacks, including when to buy throughout the year, the secret sales, when savings can be even more pronounced than what we're gonna get into today. But without further ado, let me show you just how easy saving thousands of dollars actually is. First up, I think this is the easiest win in barbecue and the one most people ignore. Hard to believe what you see here in front of me, despite the massive weight and size difference, nearly ended up costing the same amount. So chicken breasts and chicken thighs are one of those categories where the savings can fall into 50%. If you're a family like us, this adds up real quick. So let me just walk you through my simple chicken breakdown approach. First thing I'm gonna do, especially if you like to make your own stock or everything like that, nothing here is going to be discarded, but we're gonna start with pulling out the backbone by slicing down the spine. Try and make sure that you can see that. Just follow the bone with either sharp knife or scissors. Flip it and come over here, and we'll run back down the other side so that we completely remove the backbone. So next up, I'm gonna go for spatchcock as part of my breaking things down. But before we give this a little bit of a press and start to remove this cartilage, we'll just flip it and expose some of those bones, make it a little bit easier for us to trim everything out. And now you can see we broke 1/2 of what we're going to cut out. So to make this a little bit easier, I'll take you fast forward while I'm gonna run my knife underneath this keel bone here, which we are going to remove. So I'll take you fast forward, and I'm just making sure to trace along, removing only the bone and not cutting through the skin on the other side if that's something that you want to keep. Take you fast forward while I clean this up. Now I think I've got enough removed here that I can pull the keel bone, and with one pull we get everything out that we don't want. Set that aside. So now we'll be able to split our chicken with no effort required, just cut right through. Okay, now we have our chicken halves separated, which you could cook like this, but since we're going for a comparable to a packaged chicken breast, I'm gonna separate the breast from the leg. Next thing, we'll get to work on our wing. I don't know what happened to this bird at the store, but it was not flying properly, maybe beforehand. One of the things I like to do that we also have on our store-bought prep chicken, you see there's no rib cage, so we're gonna go ahead and remove that now by running our knife underneath the rib cage, taking any of that cartilage, silver skin that we don't want. Since that bone is out, it'll make it easy for us to find the joint of separating our wings. A little silver skin and bone fragment here. We'll take that while we're in the area. So there we go. So just again, even looking when you're buying local, you can get fresh air chilled versus sort of just this mass produced, and we have a lot more value. And again, these were nearly the same price at my local store. Hopefully that's coming through on camera, the size difference that we have. Just to keep everything consistent for our cook, I am going to pull the skin off, but that is one of the advantages of doing your breakdown, is you have the choice of keeping that. And then optional, if we want to remove the drumsticks from our thighs, we can again just follow that knuckle, cut right through, and now we have a drum and a thigh. So there you have it. 10 minutes, saved 50%. Seems pretty good. I'm gonna get some seasoning on these real quick. And we'll get ready to move on to our second cook. So just like that, cook 1 is prepped, but before we can move on to cook number 2, we gotta fire up Kamado Corner. Let's get into it. All right, fire in the hole. The second one won't quite save you 50%, but you're still gonna save on average about 33%, and that is my favorite cut, going from a ribeye to a rib roast. And the only difference here is the butcher has taken the time to slice this into a steak versus buying something that is ready to go for a prime rib or a rib roast. So if you happen to have a knife, you can save yourself 33%. Let's come nice and close. I'll show you how to slice it in half, season it up, and we'll also get these on the grill. So the only trick with a rib roast is managing the bones. Since we don't have a bandsaw, we're gonna have to take our time working through this part right here, where you can see we've got a couple different joints to avoid. Whereas when things run through the bandsaw, you get a nice clean cut, and that's exactly how we get 1.5 inch or a 2-inch steak, depending on what you're getting every single time, is because the bandsaw can go through everything. We don't have that, so what I'm gonna do is opt for avoiding those joints and take slightly thicker steaks versus needing to have the bandsaw. And just like that, we just saved ourselves 33%. Let's get 2 of these on. I'm gonna save the rest for another day, since our family doesn't need all these steaks. This next one, it's almost too simple. I hesitated to even include it, but the math for a family of 4 on a given year can easily exceed $500 alone. So for that kind of money, I think it's worth spending a couple minutes, and literally a couple minutes, to put $500 in your pocket. Let me bring it nice and close and show you the next item that I'm gonna demo. So tailgate season is fast approaching, and you'd be forgiven sometimes just going ahead and grabbing the wing splits versus whole wings. But the difference between these two, almost no matter which way you're getting them, is 50% and about $500 a year. And the only difference is that someone has taken the time to break these apart versus the whole wings. We have to do that ourselves. So here we've got our party wings, or split, sometimes your grocery store butcher will call them. So these are all ready to go. When you're buying this, we're gonna get 3 parts. We're gonna get our drum, our flat, and our tip here that you can use again in your stock, or some people even just leave these on for a bit of a handle. So like I showed you before, we can just sort of find the knuckle here between our drum and our flat. And we now have an extra drum. Do the same thing here for our tip and our flat. And we now have saved 50%. I'll take it fast forward while I do the rest of these. Now I'm talking and recording, so this would be even faster, but I'm sure if Everett put up the elapsed time here, this was literally only a few minutes, and we are on our way to $500 extra in our cash on an annual basis. And they all look identical. All we have to do is 2 quick cuts, and after you get a few under the belt, you start finding those joints even quicker, and it doesn't take hardly any time at all. Get a little seasoning on here. You notice I'm adding salt. This is Diamond Crystal Kosher salt, along with some of the rubs I've teased previously on the channel that I'm working on.
What's in it?
That's because these rubs are, I don't want to call no salt, they're just a touch, but instead of buying a bottle, which is normally 50% or up to 50% in barbecue salt and or fillers, I'm working on a concept where you just get all the flavors so that you have more control over your salt, as well as the ability of doing things like the overnight dry brine when you have time, as it always turns out a better idea. If you want to know more, make sure you subscribe to the newsletter, as a little bit later on towards summer, I'll be sending out all the details on what's been going on over the last couple weeks, teasing a few of these new flavor compounds. All right, let's get these on. So while the news may talk about beeflation or the rising cost of groceries, almost nobody is talking about the true hidden cost, which is the cost of convenience spread out over a year. This platter in front of me adds up, real math, to just over $4,000, and everything that we did here only added a few minutes of extra prep work. I don't know about you, but I think that's a feast worth celebrating. Until next time, I'm James from Smoky That BBQ signing off. Remember, don't be afraid to fire it up. Cheers.